Well, greetings from the sales floor of Ellingson Motorcars here in Rogers, Minnesota. Today we're going to talk about one of these really special cars from 1957 out of the GM line, a Pontiac Star Chief two-door hardtop. Give you the details in a minute. Well, greetings from the sales floor of Ellingson Motorcars here in the wonderful town of Rogers, Minnesota, the home to close to 100 classical and collectible cars here in Rogers itself, ranging all the way from cars back in the 1920s all the way up into the 70s and beyond. So if you're looking for something really special, we've got it right here at Ellingson's at www.ellingsonmotorcars.com. You're going to want to watch this entire video from start to finish because we're going to do a cold start, a nice walk around, show you more of the details of this really special Pontiac. 1957 was an outstanding year for General Motors in every category, and without an exception, it was a special year for Pontiac. This being the Star Chief two-door hardtop Catalina, and I'll tell you what, this is one of those really rare cars. You just don't see these very often, and someone has really done an outstanding job on this car. Now, it's basically a lot of originality to this car. I can point some of those features out, but under the hood, it even has its original motor, but has had some performance upgrades. It has lots and lots of all those beautiful things. It's a 347 V8. And it's also hooked up to a little bit more modern transmission, if you will, a 700R transmission. So yeah, you're talking something that has the overdrive in it and really is a very good transmission. What a great combination for this car. But if you're looking for absolute niceties and neat things about this, I tell you, you can identify this car by a beautiful grille. Here's one of my favorite features of this car. This is just one of my things, and a number of car manufacturers in the days did it. These actually light up. When you have the headlights on, when it goes down the road, you see those lit up. And I mean, that was a special option that this car had, someone found for this car. Not only, like I said, is it a 347 V8, it's a tri-power. It is a tri-power setup on it for performance, and it is just runs like a top. Listen to that cold start video. You can tell this thing is ready to rock and roll. This thing really has a nice sound to it as well. Also, they've added lots of extra features, many of which probably came with the car, but now they're really important. It's got power steering. It's got power brakes. It has been converted from a generator to an alternator for better power production. And that is one very special thing that I have hardly ever seen, a 57 Pontiac with factory air conditioning. You'll have to notice that on the dash. So there's a really interesting little pod that sits on top of the dash that was for an air-conditioned car, which was an extremely expensive option in 1957 and not one that you see very often. But yeah, take a look at this car. Looking down the sides, everything gave that forward rocket ship look with the spears going down. 1, 2, 3, 4 stars on the Star Chief. So that tells you it is the top of the line, and the big chrome insert that goes in the back as well. Take a look where that gas cap is on this car. I'm going to show you because I think this is really cool. What a neat location for that. Fooled many a gas station attendant in its day when they came out and took a look at it. Beautiful paint all the way around, base coat, clear coat, kind of a red metallic paint that's just absolutely beautiful in terms of the quality of that, with the white top and the clear coat on that as well. Just really a nice paint job on this car. Beautiful chrome. The radial tires, of course, are always something very special because that makes the car go down the road really nicely. It's got the Pontiac hubcaps as well. Let's take a look at the inside of this car. Very nicely done. Beautiful interior. I like the little special effects having the stars. It's got a late model steering column in it, so you have the automatic shifter, plus it's got tilt. And again, as I said earlier, it's got air conditioning. A couple extra accessory gauges down there. We got a volt gauge. That's really neat the way the air conditioning comes out of the dash, just the way it was from the factory in those days. But yeah, it's got the side mirror here, of course. And again, it's the hardtop look and whatever. It's got an AM FM in the glove box as well. Look at that, it's got the original radio, but it's actually got an AM FM CD player. I tell you what, so if you want to listen to your 50s tunes, we've got it right here in the glove box. No, it is just one of those cars that just is stunning. It looks very stock, but yet it's just been done to that next level for that resto mod and makes it much more practical to drive for long trips or whatever with that overdrive transmission and the likes. You'll find all of our stuff also on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Give us a like, leave us a comment, or subscribe. I'm sure you'll find interesting things about this car and many of our other cars we've had in the past. So take a look at those when you have time to peruse the internet. We're open there 24 hours a day. Other than that, yeah, the dual exhaust. I mean, I love the tail lights and the way the stuff is all built in the back. Just really has just got a really distinctive look. And again, it was the top of the line for Pontiac in 1957. Well, if you want to take a look at this car in person, we'd love to have you come down to Ellingson's and look at it and put your hands on it, whatever. We're open Monday through Friday from 10 until 5 and Saturdays 10 to 4 as well. So it's one of those cars, if you're looking for that the late model drivetrain, basically a lot of originality, but you got all the power steering, power brakes, air conditioning, the alternator, you got tilt steering, you got all the good stereo, nice. I mean, what more could a guy ask for? I tell you, it is just one of those cars. So come on down, take a look in person if you'd like. We'd love to have you come down. We'll see you next time.